their mayor might promise you something as a group. In reality, if they do that, they're going past, they're going against the oath that they took, which then in turn means that they can now be kicked out. But it's a very fine line that people need to dance on that. Obviously, if you can generalize things you might do which could benefit groups and that kind of shit, but let's be honest, if I'm in a gang and some mayor says, I'm gonna fucking do this for your gang, blah blah, you know he's blowing smoke up your ass and you gotta see through that shit. But some people aren't that smart, are they?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who it is, right? So, gangs around this time, you can pretty much name all of them. I would just say, as an example, the Lost MC, they probably want to be able to buy their houses up at Stab City, right? So if they can have a mayor who's going to, campaign to have some land opened up there to be purchasable,
That one's
stuff like
tricky
that would
because
make
it's already
sense,
under to do,
that
right?
they would be trying to work towards. Once again, that is certainly on a fine line, offering something like that. But I can see that that's a promise that someone would at least want to try and have a mayor held to.
I don't want to use that.
Yeah, which would be different to, because that's more generalized, right? Whereas if you say,
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that there's housing up here that only Lost MC can buy, then that's a little bit fucking one, impossible. But two, now you're trying to create an allegiance with that.
Yep.
So
I mean,
it's a bit of an issue.
talk to the Vagos, right? They were tweeting about a week ago who bought a house in our area.
Mm.
Yeah, that's real estate. Can't control it.
Are you able to let us know what groups were part of that undecided?
I said to them it would be anonymous. I'd rather not breach that confidentiality. I do stand by my morals on that. So
Oh, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if you did or you didn't.
Well, if if it's 3 to 4 groups, we had a conversation with one today, so that might have swayed them. And if they already had made up their mind, the other groups means there's 2 groups up for grab in that case. Lost being one we haven't talked to yet. So also,
I would say that a lot of the gangs are actually smarter than most people give them credit for. I'm not saying that you're not, but they kind of know what's going to benefit them, and they're not going to just hype around one mayor just because they're the popular person.
Yeah, I think we just have to get to them. It's really all, and we're gonna do that. G6, and I think Grime might be good as well to talk to those. It's a pretty big group of people. So
even sanitation.
Yeah, sanitation too. But they have the union. But I wonder if their union already has something in mind or not.
Maybe, but you'll find there are a lot of workers who aren't actually union workers, at least from what I've seen around these times.
Oh yeah, around these times that would make sense.
And from what I was looking at, a lot of the undecided voters, I would say, are people who I haven't seen them have any loyalty to a group. They just kind of float. So there are a lot of floaters who are undecided.
Yeah.
They're what win elections.
Is your plan to be trying to cover the mayoral election and continue doing these polls?
Knock him over
just as an independent?
Definitely, yes. I've written down, so just so you know, while all my information is anonymous, it will be always released anonymous. I have written down the people who I talk to, so I can call them up and see if someone's changed from undecided to now voting for someone. If they're stuck with the person they were 100% voting for, that kind of thing, to see what the sway is. Basically, once the election opens, and then as we get closer to the end of polling.
And are you planning to do like full-on interviews with the candidates, or just keeping yourself independent and just watching what happens?
I more want to be observation on it all. Also, I don't really cross over with a lot of the candidates, so I think there are people who can touch all of the candidates who do a better job with the interview side of things.
No, the way the thing works is when he cancels,
That
it's gonna
doesn't
take
mean
him
that there
back.
isn't a promotion that's to be had, but yeah, I just think
To where
I
he
think the people
stood
down at Weasel
originally.
News do a hell of a job. Just they need to start covering it a bit more.
Well, I just wasn't sure because you know how it usually is during these times. Not much gets fucking done, so I wasn't sure if you were looking at picking up through these times and seeing what happens with that.
Things change is what I would say, Reggie. I wasn't planning on doing polling. I kind of discussed it with someone and I said, okay, I'm just going to go and do this and see if I can actually get people to talk, because I'll be honest, I was picking up that phone and I didn't think people would be sharing their vote. I did not have a single person who declined to tell me who they're going to vote for. Like, that shocked me.
Well, people are willing to talk about it. That's good.
Oh, it's shockingly good for polling. Is there a possibility that I do cover it in more of a branch a week down the track? Yeah, there is a possibility. Am I planning to do it? No. But if no one steps up, I guess I'll step in.
And if you do, just feel free to reach out to myself or Michael and set something up again, something a little bit more formal if you want to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And as I did say, um, unlike people at Weasel News who realistically will have an agenda, I would always go in as an independent,
Yeah.
always try to be the absolute middle ground and giving everyone a fair chance.
Morning. Thank you so much for 9 months.
I do appreciate you both taking the time to talk to me, though.
Yeah, of course. That's
I'm
part of it.
always happy to have a chat.
Yeah. It's nice to know what's going on and what people think. I don't think I'm gonna
Found it
burn out.
interesting when I
I'm
saw
not
the
gonna.
polls
I'm not
and
gonna
the thing you put
fucking
out.
go all
Liked it.
in. Like it's something to do,
Oh yeah,
Good knowledge.
and I feel like if I do
that is
become mayor
a
or
long way down, Rich.
whatever,
Yeah,
and I don't feel it, I'm probably just gonna give up
No.
that position.
I have too much to live for. Like fucking with Michael.
Okay, but
Oh, I mean, at least that's a good thing.
I feel like campaigning
Plus,
isn't
I'm also
bad.
going for
It
head of
gives
bar.
me role
I'll see how
play
that
and
goes.
going out talking to people that I probably
Yeah, well,
wouldn't
if,
normally talk to.
If I had my bar license before then, you got my vote.
And it's also getting me out of my comfort zone as a streamer,
I think that
as a Nordic introvert.
Norman's deciding to go for it was a bit of a sideways move for him after he was pushing for me and wanting to campaign for me so hard. And then,
Norman's a snake, and he's always been a snake.
yeah, I was aware of that, and it's. I said to him, it was when you have someone in the position of head of bar, you need to have someone with a spine that can stand up to everyone and not fold for anything. And I said, I can't say that about any of the other candidates that I'm looking at right now other than myself. Because I've always been fucking cast in a bad light for some fucking reason, had some person coming after me for some reason, and I don't back
I
down
want to go to
nobody.
bed, but this motherfucker's dragging me in fucking meetings.
So I can't say the same about any of them, especially Norman, because I even said to him on the phone when he told me about it, I said, "Yeah, well, you're still gonna fucking buckle to Crane? What's going on here?" He said, "Oh, well, you know, in the last few days before everyone flew out of the city, I didn't, and it was just me running it." And I'm like, "Well, I mean, still, plenty of times you did buckle to fucking Crane. Ain't gonna buckle to no one, especially when it comes to running the Civilian Oversight Council itself and making sure that everything's done right for the average Joe that's out there. Everyone knows that ever since I went into the law, I did it for the sheer reason that I was sick of people getting fucked over. Now there's a position perfect.
That's exactly why I went to law as well, Reggie.
And look at us, we both got fucked over ourselves. Good times.
Oh yeah, I mean you can only get pushed aside so often.
Menji back
But
in
I still kept
town.
coming back fighting, not giving a
Chat,
fuck
is
about
that-
it. Fuck them all.
Is everyone happy?
And backing down.
Menji,
So
Menji
even
ship.
if Norman wants to run it and if I get my bar license in time and I can still push for it, I ain't bowing down or bowing out for anyone.
Yeah.
I think having a Fitzpatrick in that position will be very dangerous, considering that she is now the girlfriend of fucking the mayor, the potential mayor. So
Yeah, that's a
if
conflict.
it goes to
Why do I keep
like if
having
you
the same
read
injury
the
coming back
legislation
when I
for it,
relock?
now she has an allegiance between that too. Now here's the thing, right? Michael and myself are working together, but I've said this since day one for Michael about me doing head of bar. If he comes to me with some whacked out bullshit fucking legislation, I'm telling it how it is, and I'm calling him on his bullshit. I don't think he will, and he's smart enough not to do that. But it's just one of those things where if it's good for the city, I'm gonna push for it. If it's something fucking dumb, I'm gonna tell you you're being a dumb fuck. I don't care who you are.
Where are you going to get your votes from?
That's gonna be the question, right? Is it's gonna end up being a whole fucking politic game, isn't it? I have to
All of these
sit there and
paralegals that are currently going
Yep.
through the system right now, Siobhan is
Yep.
grooming.
Yep.
So she's going to have their votes.
How do you take down that? No, it's going to come to a slander campaign, right?
Potentially. I think you need
Well, sorry, smearing campaign, not slandering.
I mean, you need people on your side who are going to get their bar certification, like myself
Yep.
and even
I
Hayes.
guess if
right?
I go to bed
Hayes is
soon, I
also
can sleep
applied.
in and I can go talk to the tattoo
I'm not
guy
sure if Grace has, but
today.
Grace works with Hayes, so they'd vote together.
See, they might, Fitzpatrick might get the younger ones, right? But the point is, I think that I'll be able to sway some of the judges, and then we all know that new lawyers will vote similar to judges in the fact that they want to get in the judges' good graces.
Yeah.
So if I get judges advocating and then old school lawyers that have been around for a long time dealing with this shit know who I am, pushing for that too, the next thing their vote gets swayed, but they'll turn around and say, "Oh, but I voted for you, Fitzpatrick." They voted, they didn't actually vote for them. So,
I mean, what judges apart from Surge do you have on your side?
Serge told me to go fuck myself, but I think that he was just being a bitch.
He's,
So we'll
Yeah,
see
he'd
what
rather
he's
have
being
you.
himself. Yeah, he.
Yeah.
That's how he is. He's like you and I. You can go fuck yourself.
I can probably get Gatsby. Gatsby likes me. I'll be able to talk to Angel, get Angel.
Have a book. No,
Braun's
I need to
probably going to
talk to
push
him in
for himself,
person so we can talk
and
about
then
the
probably bow
details
out
because
when
it's
he
hard to
realizes he
explain exactly
can't.
what I
And then
want
if I smear it
over
enough that he
text.
pushes for me over his ex-wife just to stab her with it, it's another easy vote. Crane's a wild fucking card who votes wherever the fuck he wants, and he's not going to get swayed or talked to it in any other way.
Bailey.
Bailey's always a hard one to gauge, right? But Bailey will. I think it's going to come down between myself and Norman for Bailey.
I think you'd vote for Norman.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think that he would not take Norman's side. I don't see him pushing for Fitzpatrick. But I think if I can get him one-on-one and explain a little bit more about myself to Bailey, he might bite it. About getting
Have
the
you run into
one-on-ones with
Carlson?
him. No.
I know Carlson got told that she was getting a bar, but just hadn't been given it. So that's another vote you could try and get. She's
Yeah, should probably end up voting
she's
for
kind
me
of
over
mean now,
Nels.
just so you know.
Oh, really? What the fuck happened?
Yeah. I guess with the whole divorce and everything, she's just turned bitter. So like when I told
Perfect.
her my wife was dead, she's like, "Good."
Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's unhinged. She's like you.
That works in my favor then.
Yeah, so I think you could get her vote.
I think that I can sway a lot of people once I have one-on-one. I'm just waiting to get and see if I get my fucking bar license in time, but we'll see what happens. I think Norman's done a silly move by pushing himself out there instead of backing me and pushing me. And I am very curious as to why he flips so easily. He knows something more.
You still friends with Sherry?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get convinced Sherry. I feel like that's easy enough.
Sherry would be easy to convince.
I was more gonna say just have a talk to Sherry because Sherry probably knows more than most people, being a county clerk.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Sherry
she's also going to be a good voice for me anyway, so Who's always seeing the other judges and stuff.
We could talk to Alex too, I guess.
But yeah, I'm gonna put a hard push in for it once I know about the bar license. And if I get it, I mean, it's only gonna benefit the fucking city. Like I said, I don't take shit from no one. Never have, never will.
That is something I can agree on.
Might be go batshit crazy from time to time, but you know, it's always because I've been pushed too fucking far and people don't fucking listen and don't do what they're supposed to do. Now, having the ability to actually make change properly and actually push for it, it's actually very decent. And will only benefit the average Joe of the city.
I think, and this is no offense to you, Mr. Simone. I actually think the head of the bar is probably the most critical vote in the city right now, rather than mayor and deputy mayor.
I'd agree,
Uh,
especially with setting
Oh no,
everything
yeah,
up.
no offense taken at all. Like, I I don't like, as much as I think the mayor position is a good position to be in and probably does make a difference. Kind of agree. Having Reggie be in that position would be great for everybody.
Yeah, I was telling Reggie earlier that if Crane gets who he wants in the head of the bar, he's also selecting the treasurer as well. That's 3 votes in his pocket. He becomes the most powerful person in the city.
Crane.
Yep.
So you can stop that monopoly by taking the head of the bar association vote away. That evens the playing field.
And the downside is
What is
Crane is also
Crane?
the one that says whether or not I get a bar license, and he knows I'm pushing for it.
Which is an interesting legal standpoint if it comes to it. And calling into question his ability to uphold his position in appointing people for the bar while holding the candidacy, right?
Yep.
I don't think it'll come to that. I'm pretty sure you'll get your bar license. But you've got options.
I think Crane would make sure that I had it in time just to see the fucking fireworks happen on who actually gets the position.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because he knows that it's going to be a fucking fierce fight if I'm involved in it.
Oh, just wrap it up already. Reggie, please. I need to go to bed.
That being said, it would be easy if he had his lapdog, Norman, there.
How have we done 7 hours? It does not feel like 7 hours.
Yep. But Norman doesn't fold. Just remember that. Wait, that's what he gets out of it.
What?
He then gets Crane's backing on the other side as long as he backs Crane. Crane now has all 3. That's why he's pushing for it, because Crane's pushed him to do it. Because Crane knows what happens if I get it over Norman is that I don't buckle to Crane. Holy shit, that's exactly what it is.
Also, he's setting himself up for the future. Crane ain't exactly young. He ain't gonna be Chief Justice forever. Someone will have to replace him eventually.
Wow, this little fucking snake. He gets in Crane's good books, and then Crane also helps it. That's why he wants me to bow out. Interesting.
The game of law.
Oh, well. I think Michael's got to get himself to bed. He's probably fucking
yes, please.
extra crispy right now.
Oh, I'm well done. Like if you took a fucking piece of
You're a little
chicken
bit of
and just
charcoal right
overcooked
now.
it to the degree where you couldn't even eat it, yeah, that's the point we're at.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time. I will let you two depart. I'm gonna watch the sunrise a little bit more.
Yeah, appreciate it as well. And if you have any more questions,
Wait, what do you mean rise more? It's almost fucking lunchtime.
Exactly.
Sorry, Michael, go on.
I was gonna do. If you have any more questions, you can always reach out to me or just Reggie.
I appreciate it. I will do.
All right. All
See
right.
you later first.
Yeah. You have a good one.
Have a good one.
I'm like a mac and cheese that have been too long in the oven. You put mac and cheese in the ovens, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Usually in the microwave, but yeah. Or on the fucking stove. You can put it in the oven if you want. Yeah, that was an interesting one. See what I mean by it's decent to have a talk to him that he's going to stay like where he was. But I think that you probably secured his vote just then, unless something wild comes out.
Again,
I tell you that.
you know what I feel like is the honesty is what really fucking seemed to be working. Instead of not over promising and just kind of keeping it feasible.
That's very interesting, the conclusion about fucking Norman though.
But we knew
shit.
We knew he had an angle of some sort.
Yeah, but now I've fucking worked it out. That's a silly move, because now that I've worked that out, you've just made me push fucking 10 times harder. You silly, silly man. Oh, that was a good talk with First. But yes, being real and fucking honest to people is always a benefit after the people have been fucked over by plenty of mayors before with the shit they say.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. Fuck. So I guess gangs we need to talk to. G6 guy, Alex, whatever, Alexander called me earlier, said he could set up a meeting if you want to try and reach out to him. You or Jenny, or you can reach out to Jenny and Jenny can set up the meeting. Ramaswamy. I guess whatever gangs. So we had the Vagos. I guess there's Ballers. There's GSF. Who else?
Is it GSF? I don't know if it was.
I think so.
You're probably better off to speak to McGregor and get him to find out what gangs are usually around this time exactly, and then try and approach them. He'll probably know exactly which gangs they're
I thought it
around.
was a different song. Yeah.
I think you've actually got a decent chance
Lost
of this,
as
and
well,
people are
yeah.
underestimating that. Because people always underestimate the people that are awake in the degen hours like this. People sit there focusing on the other hours when they just leave this and the later from this all alone.
Well,
That's where you collect.
I think it used to be a thing, but now it's not. Like, these hours are packed. Everyone is awake, you know. Everyone's coming out of their houses, apartments.
See, but not just that.
5 years
You
ago.
have you have such a variety of people, because some people might only be awake for 3 hours, other people will be awake for 5 hours, and then they go to sleep. Someone else wakes up, that kind of stuff. In the other hours, people are usually awake for a longer time.
Yeah.
You get a big variety of people through these hours.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you gotta capitalize on.
Glenn. Thank you so much for the 5 months.
All right, crispy chicken.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. If you catch
Okay,
Jenny
bubbles.
before I do, then just fill her in with
gotcha.
everything. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
All right.
All right,
Skirt.
have fun.
Yeah, you
Bye.
do. Bye bye. A703.
Howdy.
Hello. All right. Where do you guys want to go? You want to go to Semo or do you want to go to Beetle? I don't know how long Beetle is gonna be around. Semo just started, so. That guy's playing with fire, going in the fucking elevator. All right, chat. I'm gonna send you guys off to Semo. I'm gonna go fucking pass out. I am tired.
You right there, son?
Yep, yep, yep.
Beautiful.
Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate the follows to the people I got, got sent over. Appreciate you hanging around, sticking around. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming later. I might do crackhead hours again. We'll see what happens. If anything, I'll stream over the weekend. Weekend. Fuck, that was so fucking Danish. But yeah. I appreciate you all, even if I don't see you next time, then I'll see you at some other time. Am I okay? I'm tired, Corby. I'm tired. 703. All right, budget. You have a meeting in 6 hours? Huh?
Yo. Hello.